My brother always calls me stupid for not having a degree. I made him an employee of my company. I started working at 16 because our family needed money. Dad had died and mom was sick. My older brother Jason was already in college on a full scholarship studying computer science. Someone had to pay the bills, so I got a job at a warehouse loading trucks after school. Jason said I was wasting my potential, but kept taking the money I gave mom for his textbooks and meal plans. After high school, I got promoted to warehouse supervisor. The pay was decent and I was good at it. I learned inventory systems, logistics, supply chain management just by doing the job every day. Jason graduated with his fancy degree and got a job at a tech company. First thing he did at our family dinner was announce his starting salary and say maybe I could work in his company's warehouse since that was all I was qualified for. That's when the comments started. Every family gathering, Jason would ask if I was still moving boxes. He'd explain his coding projects slowly, like I couldn't understand basic concepts. When I bought my first house at 25 with money I'd saved, he said it was cute that I could afford something in a bad neighborhood. His apartment downtown cost 3 times my mortgage, but he rented it. He'd bring his tech friends to family events and introduce me as his brother who worked in shipping. He'd always add that someone had to do the simple jobs. When I started dating Lisa, he told her she could do better than a warehouse worker. He actually said she was too pretty to settle for someone without education. Lisa was a nurse who didn't care about degrees. She cared that I treated her well and had my life together. Jason told everyone at our engagement party that Lisa was marrying me for stability, since educated men wouldn't date down. I started my own logistics company at 28, just me and 2 trucks at first. Jason laughed and said running a delivery service wasn't a real business. He called it playing pretend entrepreneur. He'd ask how my little truck game was going while he talked about his 6-figure salary and stock options. Mom would tell him to be nice and he'd say he was just being realistic about our different capabilities. My company grew. Within 3 years, I had 15 trucks and 30 employees. Jason's comments got worse. He'd say anyone could drive trucks around. He'd explain that real business required understanding complex systems that only college taught. When I landed a contract with a major retail chain, he said they probably felt sorry for me. He told his girlfriend I was proof that some people peaked at manual labor. His girlfriend Ashley was nice though. She'd ask actual questions about my business and seemed impressed when I explained our routing software and efficiency metrics. Jason would interrupt to say I was boring her with simple stuff. He'd change the subject to his artificial intelligence projects that he claimed I couldn't understand. At mom's birthday dinner, Jason spent an hour explaining why educated people were evolutionarily superior. He said college acted as natural selection, weeding out inferior minds. He pointed at me as an example of someone who couldn't make the cut. Lisa almost threw her drink at him, but I stopped her. Mom was too tired from her treatments to deal with drama. That's when I decided to destroy him. I knew Jason's company was struggling. They'd been losing contracts because their delivery system was inefficient. They were hemorrhaging money on shipping costs. I also knew they were looking for a logistics partner. I bid on their contract through a shell company I created. My proposal was 30% cheaper than anyone else and guaranteed better delivery times. They couldn't refuse it. Once I had their contract, I made sure everything ran perfectly. Their CEO was so impressed he wanted to meet the owner of this amazing logistics company. I showed up to that meeting. Jason was there as head of IT integration. His face when he saw me was worth everything. The CEO introduced me as the brilliant mind behind their new shipping efficiency. Jason tried to say there was a conflict of interest. The CEO asked what conflict. Jason couldn't answer without admitting I was his brother, who he'd said was too stupid for business. Over the next year, I became their exclusive logistics provider. The CEO would invite me to strategy meetings. He'd ask my opinion on supply chain optimization. Jason had to sit there while his boss praised my innovations. He had to watch the CEO implement my suggestions over his objections. He tried to sabotage the partnership by creating technical problems with integration. I documented everything and showed the CEO that Jason was intentionally blocking efficiency improvements. The CEO was furious. He put Jason on probation and gave me direct access to their systems, bypassing Jason entirely. That's when I made my move. The company was family owned and the CEO was looking to retire. He'd been grooming Jason to take over since he was the highest ranking employee with stock options, but I made him a better offer. I bought the company, used everything I'd saved plus a business loan backed by my contracts. The CEO liked that I was self-made. He said I reminded him of himself before college became mandatory for success. The purchase went through last month. Full story on channel. Link below.